Yeah, my husband Larry, he was 57 at the time, and he was diagnosed with the early stages of esophageal cancer. That's what it looked like, and it was routinely picked up with a scope that he used to have. Initially he thought he would do surgery and remove the whole thing, but when they discovered the extent of it, then they decided immediately that he would go the route of radiation and chemotherapy. In October he went in and he had the Ivor Lewis esophagectomy, I think it's called, and that took its own toll. From there on it went downhill. Because of the level of radiation he had had for the tumour and to help him that way, there was an awful lot of burning, and he had horrendous problems in hospital. They removed a lot of the esophagus and a lot of the stomach, but the bit of stomach that was left turned out to be so badly burnt that every time anything happened, it leaked. So after 13 or 14 hours surgery, and 2 days later another 5 or 6 hours surgery to try to stop all these leaks. And they managed to do that and sent him home after 6.5 or 7 weeks, and within 2 days his whole system broke down again, and he was back in again until the end of January. Mentally he was very strong, and Larry never smoked or drank, so that was stood to him, but you'd say, why me? Why me? And he's a big strong man, big tall man who would talk and drink tea for Ireland, and to see him going from 16.5 stone, and by the time he came out of Tala he was 11.5 stone, gibber and wreck is the only way I would describe it. The cancer stayed at bay, thankfully, but what he's left with, he has not a great quality of life in that, with the stomach problems that he's left with, or his stomach is actually sitting in his chest now because of all the works that were done, and he's left with a lot of problems. But he's getting there, and he's good in these bad days, you know, but he's there. He's 2 years out now, and he went back to work because work is therapy for him, and but there's days when he just is still not able to cope, you know. At the time you're living it, you don't think, you can't think. The day we were told that they actually found a tumour, I think would have had to been the worst day, because up to then there was a site but they didn't know where. But I think once we started in St. Luke's, that we began to have a bit of hope, because I have to say here now, it's the most fantastic hospital. It was the most wonderful experience in a bad place, if you know what I mean. They were wonderful. The medical system now is very good. Once you're in there, it's great. That you know, not to give up hope, that you know, the help is there, and they are very good. Since all this happened, obviously we're far more aware of the Oesophageal Cancer Fund, and now they have Lollipop days, and they're trying to raise awareness for everybody, which is very important. Some high-profile people, I saw Pádraig Harrington doing it last year, and trying to tell people that this is a problem, but if it's dealt with early on, it can always be coped with, just like our situation, thankfully. So to have the association there to pull it all together is a major help.